Welcome from Outpost 2000 Beyond in Forest Lake. My name is Ryan, and this is our new weekly show for disc golf beginners, The More You Throw. In this episode, we will be talking about the different types of discs. These include putters, mid-ranges, fairway drivers, and distance drivers. Putters are used primarily for the purposes of putting into the basket and approaching the basket for your putt. Putters come in many different shapes, sizes, and weights. For a beginning player, how the disc feels in your hands is the most important factor. Likewise, purchasing a disc between 168 grams and 172 grams is usually the best. Mid-range discs are used primarily for making shots that are outside your putter's range, but too close to use a driver. Mid-range discs also come in many different shapes, sizes, and weights. But within this type of disc you will find heavier weights. As with putters, finding a disc that feels comfortable in your hand is important, but using a neutrally stable disc is preferable. This will allow you to throw straighter lines assuming you have proper form. Fairway drivers are used primarily for the initial throw on a hole. Fairway drivers are slower discs than distance drivers, but allow for much more control during your throw. There are also much more forgiving to new players that are just starting out and learning about proper form. We suggest purchasing a fairway driver that is stable to slightly understable for a new player. Distance drivers are used primarily for the initial throw on a hole, just like fairway drivers. These, however, are faster discs that cut through the air and glide for longer distances. Unlike fairway drivers, distance drivers are not forgiving for new players learning proper form. We do not suggest purchasing a distance driver until you have played long enough that you understand all of the simplest concepts of the game and can perform proper form during your throw. Thank you for watching. See you next week with more disc golf tips for beginners. Stop by our store and don't forget to share, like, and subscribe.